Millions of kisses.
A story based on letters from a mother to a daughter.
And from one cousin to another.
War tears families apart.
April 1st, 1946. St John's Wood, North London. A year after the Victory in Europe celebrations. A letter is open on a desk. It has not yet been sent. It is written on very thin airmail paper and it's written in German. The writer of the letter hasn't sealed it yet. Her name is Helga Drucker, formerly Lubranczyuk. She is 25 years old and she is from a Jewish family in Berlin. She's writing to her mother Elspeth, whom she nicknames Mushy, and her younger cousin Steffi. She hasn't seen either of them since escaping to England over 6 years ago.
31 Queen's Road, London, April 1st, 1946. My dearest Mushy, beloved Stephie, I am crossing all my fingers and hoping you are receiving these lines. I am completely distraught that I haven't heard anything yet, and neither of your names are on any of the published lists. As you can see, I am taking the first opportunity I can to write to you in the usual way, and will be very happy to know if you have survived these dreadful events. My God, if only I could see your handwriting again, and know that you had succeeded in getting through this time. I do not want to write anything about myself at all, for it is all of no importance. Writing a mere line when I would much sooner just hear back from you. I do not yet even know if this letter will make it to airmail, but I hope it's not too long until I receive a reply from you. I cannot even begin to describe how much I have missed you both, and if you can just manage to keep your head above water and survive, nothing else matters. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that I'm now married. Please write back straight away. Many millions of the warmest kisses. Your Helga.
We can't know what Helga thought, but we have questions for her, and we can imagine her answers. Helga, in your letter, why do you only briefly mention your marriage?
The letter isn't for me to inform them of my life. The letter is for me to find out if they are still alive. I don't want to bore them with facts about what I've been doing when they could be suffering.
They just need to know that I've changed my name, so they can still contact me.
Were you writing everything you wanted in your letter?
Me and my mother, we've always had a very close relationship, so if I could, I would like to tell them everything, but all I want to know is that they're still there, that they're safe.
I can't write everything I want to say. I'm saving up all my news until I hear back from them. Not knowing what has happened is unbearable.
If I could have written anything I wanted in that letter, I would have written everything. I would have written all about myself, all about my husband, all about London, about how my life is going on. And I'd want to know what's going on over there as well. I'd ask so many questions.
I listened to the reports on the radio about the concentration camps, and I'm praying they didn't experience that. What can I write after hearing that? Maybe they went into hiding. There is so much chaos over there. How can they write if they don't have any paper?
I have been apart from my family for so long that writing letters can no longer bridge the gap. I just need to see them. Hold them.
Is London your home now? Or do you still see yourself as a refugee, a runaway?
It's funny that I have to come to England to be seen as German, but in Germany I'm still seen as a Jew. I just want to be treated as a citizen with the same rights as everyone else.
I came here to start a new life with my mother and cousin, and I've been waiting for them, but I've already started.
The letter is returned to you unopened. Deep down, do you know what happened to them? Even those closest to Helga knew very little. She kept to herself.
Cheer up, love!
Cheer up, love! It might never happen. Helga's letters were found in a box by her son Barry after her death in 2003 in London. There were over 50 letters and postcards, as well as some photographs.
Barry had seen some of the photos before, but he had never seen the letters. He couldn't read them because they were written in German. He had never really talked to his mother about the past, and she had never really encouraged him.
The letters begin in 1939, when Helga arrived in London as a domestic servant, 9 months before the start of World War II.
The year is 1939. An apartment in Berlin. A shop dummy rescued by Helga's mother Elspeth from the shop she once owned. She had to close it due to Nazi restrictions against the Jews.
Jews have been to own shops, mail order businesses, or to practice a craft. Jews have been to own pets, bicycles, travel on trams or go to the parks. Jews have been to practice law or medicine and can only walk on certain streets. Jews have been to shop in certain shops during certain times.
Letter from Elspeth, 7th of April, 1939. My dearly beloved Helgi, I didn't really think that you might be unhappy with your placement as a housemaid in England, but rather I just assumed that you'd settle in and get used to it. Now, I'm begging you, don't put up with such exploitation. So, my lovely, be an angel and either go to an agency in London, there must be some there, or put an advert out. It's only right that you don't become a puppet. Really, as a housemaid, you've lost all your rights. A bit of luck, you're treated like a person. At any rate, I want first and foremost for you to be happy and to know that I have a little hold on you. It's only then that I can think of myself. Anyway, hopefully I'll hear something positive from you soon. But until then, I think I'll be able to cope with my pining for you a bit more easily and start making plans to come to see you as soon as I can. 1,000,000 of the warmest kisses, your ever-loving Lush.
Steffi! Steffi, come here! Try this on!
I'm not wearing that.
Oh, come on, you can't go out without a coat. It's freezing out there.
I'm going to be late for my dance class.
Now, you won't be going anywhere without a coat. All right, wear it, go on. Steffi! Don't talk to me like that.
Hello, I'm Steffi. I'm 15 years old and I'm living in Berlin with my adopted mother Elspeth. We sometimes quarrel. She says I don't respect her, but what does she know? Helga understands me. We share everything.
My sweet beloved little Helga Mousey. This time I don't have that much to write to you because nothing's happened to me. I don't have many friends. Jeanette's the only one. The girls at the dance class are really nice too, but I wouldn't really call them friends. I still get along very well with them.
Boys are stupid, really, and shy and embarrassing. They go red knock at the drop of a hat, right up my street. Apart from that, it's quite nice, really. We recently learnt the Lambert walk and now we're learning swing.
I went to the cinema again recently to see Anna Karenina, the one with Greta Garbo. Super! It wasn't in the original, but in spite of that, it was good.
It's all over the young lad I met at the tram stop. He thinks he's so cute. The only good thing about him was that I could go to the cinema lots and cheaply. He really wasn't a great catch.
I go more often to Jeanette's now. I was neglecting her a bit. She's the only female friend I've got left here.
So, my dear little flea, that's all for today. If I think of anything else, I'll write it on afterwards. In my mind, I smother you ardently with kisses. Furthermore, I send you greetings and millions of heartfelt kisses. Yours faithfully, Steps.
11th of August, 1939. Dear Helga, after waiting in vain every day for your letter and starting to get worried, it finally arrived today. Unfortunately, what I wanted to read I did not find. I really thought the time would have come by by now when you would think of me, particularly as you know the situation we're in here. It was to be your job to put all of your own affairs in the background and focus solely on getting hold of a permit for me. Everyone I know who has no money has got a permit recently, and I hear from others how their daughters are only concerned with one thing: saving every penny for their relatives. I have to ask myself sometimes if it wouldn't be better to just stop relying on you. Do you not want to know, or didn't you know, that I'm not allowed to work here anymore? What's happening here? I really hope that you're no longer so young and inexperienced to see that something must happen now. Until now, I've always kept you in my mind. I've made sure you had a firm footing in life. Now it's your turn to support me. Please, 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 show me that your love for us is real and not just empty words. We are coping with all of this well. We're now just hoping for you. For now, many kisses, Mummy.
The letters come to a sudden end in 1942. Try as hard as she could, Helga could not get Steffi and Elspeth out of Berlin. She later learned that they were put on a transport to Auschwitz in 1943. They did not survive those dreadful events.
Helga put the letters into a shoebox, which she kept hidden away. Her son, Barry, only learned the truth about Helga and Steffi after finding the shoebox in her house after she had died.
Why didn't you tell this story? Did you keep it locked away, or did you think about it? Obviously, there are many questions we'd like to ask, but we can only guess the answers.
Barry thought that this story should be told, so he donated these letters to the Little Collection, an archive at Leeds University. He used these letters to find the apartment where Elspeth had once lived, and he went there with his wife and his eldest daughter. In the street they laid 2 Stolperstein brass plates, and so that people can remember her.
The plates are there for other people to stumble upon, in the same way that we stumbled upon them in the Little Collection. Stolperstein means stumbling stones. They read:
Hier wohnte Helga Lubranczyuk.
Here lived Elspeth Lubranczyuk.
Geboren Ascher im Jahr 1890.
Born Ascher 1890.
Deportiert 29. Januar 1943.
Deported 29th of January 1943.
Ermordet in Auschwitz.
Murdered in Auschwitz.
Hier wohnte Steffi Livy.
Here lives Steffi Livy.
Deportiert 29. Januar 1943.
Born 1924.
Ermordet in Auschwitz.
Murdered in Auschwitz.
However, Helga did share something from her past. She would always sign birthday cards to her children in the same way that Elspeth and Stephie signed their letters to her. Millions of kisses.